Standing at my last performance in Worldwide Finals for Drumline, I knew that I did as best as I could with all my heart, mind, and strength. There was a thought that went through my head saying that we got this. Hand us over the gold now. 2 months before this performance even happened, this would have been the last thing that would have came out of my mouth because our group was not progressing at all. We were not that good. We kept screwing around and being silly and just being typical teenagers that don't want to work. I remember one rehearsal though that we lost it. We were laughing a lot. I don't even know why. It was just something random that happened. And we were just not focused whatsoever. And during a run through of our show, our captain yelled at us saying to stop what we were doing and to meet with him at once. Me being a freshman, I was terrified. I was so scared. I did not know what to expect. And I had so many things going through my head. Those next about 10 minutes or so were really intense, but they're some of the best minutes that we've had in this entire season. Our captain really opened up our eyes of how bad we were and how much we were falling apart and not being as one. He also really made us think of how much time we have wasted from screwing around and how much we would have gotten better. But then all of a sudden he had this silent moment, and you could hear this gust of wind kind of going through the practice area as he was just thinking. We didn't know what he was thinking about, but he was just standing there quiet. And then all of a sudden he was starting to get a little emotional when he started talking again. He brought up this statement that I probably will not forget for quite a long time. And he said, think of the feeling that you will have when you are received that gold medal around your neck at World Championships. And the vibe of the group got so serious like that. It was pretty intense. Then we started talking about how our worth ethic needs to change, and we need to strive for the 110% and not accept anything less. So the next month or so, there was no more funny business. We worked super hard, and we had so much to do in such little time. And so now, standing at that spot in last performance at World Finals, we heard our name get called for first place, and we did get the gold. And it was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had being a part of this activity. When I was receiving my medal, I kind of looked over to my captain, and we both smiled and nodded that this was the moment that we have worked hard for. Now, from that moment on, I learned two things. The first one, being a great example around others is really noticeable. So once my captain spoke up about our progress, it made me really think how I can be like him when I'm a future leader in my career and in my activities that I do. And then second is changing how hard you work really does make a difference. If we weren't able to have that meeting that day, we would have continued to get on worse, and it would have been a really bad performance. But with these two principles that I've learned, I apply them to my life every single day in everything that I do. And so now when I'm a part of anything, I have that mentality now to strive to do the best I can.